Hello, I'm Nikki Star, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing part 3 of the Cypress Terrace shell build challenge. So this is where I'm trying to go around all of the worlds, maybe. Might not commit to that, but at least for now we're going to go around this world, and all of the EA builds are going to become shell challenges, so I can do a lot of changes to the house, but I cannot change the outside walls. There's a couple more rules that I'll stick in the Discord, but we're at Cypress Terrace, which is this beautifully designed, very strange shape of a house. And last episode, if you haven't seen that, I would recommend going to see it. I think in editing I managed to save it, but I spent ages doing a little living room space and then a dining room space over here as well. I think today we're going to try and finish the kitchen off, and then I'm either going to look at doing the granddad's little annexy bit. This is Freddie Bradford. He is Violet's dad and he's moved in with the family, so he's got like a little annex. I might do that, or I might go upstairs and start looking at getting Jessica a wellness room because she wants to be like a Zen guru, so I kind of feel like we should have a space where she can do that kind of work that she wants to do. I'm going to go into build mode and we will get started on this. Right, I am back. I hope the change of lighting isn't too jarring. My lighting source that I have over here, my lamp that I usually use, is very orange. I think I need to get the bulb changed, and it just was making my face weird, so I've got another lights on. Anyway, it's irrelevant. Let's move on. So, kitchen time. I want to change the tile in here because this is what was originally in the house, I think. It almost makes me want to platform it. Oh, I think I'm going to platform it. How does that look? Oh, and then get rid of the... Oh, it cuts into the banister, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? I don't hate it though. I might later, but right now I don't think I hate it. Is there a decent platform though for this? What does that one look like? No? Am I doing something weird? There we go. I've got to be over here to get that to work. No, this is just going to make the stairs look really weird. Do I like that? I'm really not convinced now. I could do brick in here, couldn't I? And have maybe like a brick feature wall. Let's do that and change the tile and see if I'm more up for this. No, that's just pure concrete. That's very trippy on a big scale. Could go for something masonry. Big slabs? No, that seems a bit weird. What's that bit in white? Nope. There we go. Oh no. I have a feeling most of this episode is going to be trying to work out a tile that I don't hate. Yeah, why not? And then let's do a tile wall along here. Maybe thinking this one. I do like this one. But does that make the floor look weird now? I'm a little bit worried that when I take more than one session to build a house, I completely lose the style I was going for. Because I'm kind of going for kind of quite modern looking. And I don't know if this is going to come out like that. Oh, go on, what happens if it... No, it's just a little bit bright, these now, sometimes. What if I do a darker one? Ooh. Why do I never use the different colours of these? Do I like that? No, I think I prefer the dark grey. That's quite just nice and sleek, isn't it? The brick wall might be a bit much, but let's put a kitchen in front of it and hope that it saves it, I guess. Now, I want cabinets. So we're going to have to go cabinets first, as in pick a cabinet and then work the countertops with it because that's the only way to do it. This could be an opportunity for a dream home decorator. Colours just... That is not the kind of grey I'd want in a kitchen cabinet. That's my only worry with some of the pack stuff for dream home decorators. The colours are a little bit odd. I quite like the pastels, but I'm not sure they'll work. Ooh, is a mint green kitchen, this much kitchen, probably a bad idea. I kind of want to do it. And before I do, what I'm going to do is put a door in here for the annex. So this is theoretically where the granddad can come through. Freddie can join the rest of the family. What wall height am I on? Oh yeah, because I couldn't change the wall height. I won't normally build... Well, I do build with medium sometimes. I don't build too much with anything else. I don't know if I want glass window in there. Kind of want to give him some privacy. But there aren't many doors in The Sims that actually do give privacy. That just feels like outside doors. Because I'm not entirely sure of the layout of his area yet. I could just go for... Oh, there's the ones with floor plans on the back. I can't be doing it. Everything's quite modern. I need something modern looking. That's probably a bit weird. That'll do. Can we get like a grey... There we go. I'm going to put it, for now, over here, which is probably a little bit extreme. Oh, I put some brick on the back. I'm going to have to platform his space down as well. I'm just going to do that while I remember. If anyone knows an easier way of developing a platform than putting a whole fence around it, I'd love to know. Okay, so that's like a little step. That might take up too much space in his room, but let's go for it. Dream home decorator. Oh, it comes with like a nice grey top for the counter. You know what? I could be up for this. This could be like the real pop of colour that happens in this house. So we have a fridge right at the end, but otherwise I'm pretty much going to just, for now, do this all here, and then I will remove bits and pieces as I need to fit other stuff in. Does it bother anyone else when these things hang over the edge of where that would be? I kind of want them to line up, but that's like the end piece. That's all I've got. What is the long one like? Well, the long one's quite nice. Could I get away with doing that there? Doesn't interact with the stairs too weirdly. Let's get rid of that then. I quite like that. We may need another light. Maybe make this 2 rather than 1 because it's just a little dark over there. Oh, my light placement's weird, isn't it? Let's fix some of that. Oh, this is the problem we have with the dining room, where you can either centre it to the room or to these windows. I was going to call them something else then. Probably best not to. Let's go for one of these. See, I kind of want it there, but then this is like a weird... Does one of the edge pieces fit in that gap? Because sometimes they're smaller. I mean, I know in real life now that drawer wouldn't be particularly functional, but it does kind of look like it's built with the fridge in mind. Yeah, we're going to do that. And we're going to go back to cabinets and start paying attention to one thing at a time, Nikki. Or do we want the cabinets to be white? No, I think if you're going to go with the mint green statement, you've got to keep with the mint green statement, don't you? I think we can get a nice big island in. I know I was going to do cabinets, but I'm just trying to think about placement of stuff, because cabinets probably are the last thing I should be doing, because I need to work out where the oven and stuff's going to go. It's kind of trendy at the moment to have an island with a lot of the stuff on, isn't it? So let's get the grid on for a second. I am never any good at making these islands work. That's not the right way to put it either. What is the right way to put that? I could leave it as that is, but I kind of want to get these end pieces on. I just don't know. There we go. That looks promising. Okay, hear me out. Does that look terrible or kind of cool to have like the cut off edges? I appear to be a bit experimental today, because normally I wouldn't bother doing anything like that. I wonder if I could do... Oh, it kind of cuts off a bit weirdly. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do the rounded pieces. Oh, you know what? I find that more boring now. They seem to have a weird reoccurring plant and book thing going on if we do that, is the problem. You know what? I kind of like it. I may regret this later. I've got plenty of time. This playthrough is going to take forever to build this whole house anyway, so I'm tempted to have an oven over here, but the hob over here? If I could do hob and... Oh, I shouldn't really have hob and sink that close together, really, should I? Unless I made this one bigger, because I would assume if you were doing this and it's actually your kitchen, you'd want this space to be where people can sit and kind of talk to you while you're doing stuff in the kitchen. So this would be all the cooking and washing and stuff. Do you have like a more grey version? A white version? And then there's a mint green oven, which I quite like. In fact, does this come in a mint green? Is this nicer? It is kind of. Oh, I'm going to use that instead. I'm going to put that dead on there. So you can kind of do both bits and pieces. Oh, it's slightly off. Oh, this whole thing is just slightly off from the kitchen. Right, let's try and see if we can fix that. I don't think it's ever taken me this long to get a kitchen down. It's just because of that weird bit, isn't it? It's never going to quite line up on both ends. But now we can have the hob there. Oh, you know what? I'm tempted to have the sink in the main wall. So it's a little bit more out of the way, but you can still kind of socialise here. And now we can do some cabinets. We'll see if I actually follow through on this, but now would be a good opportunity for cabinet. And then we'll do a small one here so we can get a decent extractor fan in there. And then I kind of want to go like that, but then it really shows this weird end, doesn't it? I think we're just going to have to bring the fridge in. And we could probably squeeze a bin in there, actually, because we probably don't want it too much on show in this house. I feel like they could do with like a... What's it called in America? Trash compactor? That's not right. Garbage disposal kind of element to things. We haven't got to put a bin in because it doesn't quite look as nice. And then let's stick in a dishwasher because they can afford it. Why not? Do we have one that would fit the colour scheme? I think we do. It's a little off, but I'm not mad at it because that's actually a little off with the lighting. How do I fix this without lighting this really, really strongly? Gonna have to be that, isn't it? No, it does kind of fit. I like that. And actually on lighting we could put something over the island There's a load of big lights that I never actually use because they're a bit much usually. That's a bit too industrial. Okay, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it lower than that. But what other colours do you come in? Like a really nice... Oh, that's... How did we go from quite high to the ceiling to very close to the island? That's going to get entirely splattered on with all kinds of grease and stuff. Do I care? It's not really my house. I have a mod for this and I'm still deciding to try and use the Sims camera. Problem is the ceiling isn't spawning, so I don't know if it's trash. Give me the ceiling game. Or don't. Oh, I don't think it worked. That's nice. Why is it I can make it grey, but the actual stick of it has to be black? Am I going to end up doing a Batu one? I might do. Oh, not that though. What colours of that do we have? Oh, that's just rusty. No, you ruined it. Yeah, they're all a little rusty, aren't they? Oh, okay. Oh, this is nice. We got there in the end, maybe. It's got one that's got a light blue hint to it, and it's got like a bit of oranginess. I wonder if we can pull that in somewhere else. Maybe on the bar stools. Let's do some bar stools and see if we can pull that kind of peachy orange. Got a peach and an orange kind of colour coming in. What colour would I have to filter in The Sims, do you think, to get that pink orange? Ooh, do I like that? I think I kind of do. I'm surprising myself a lot today, aren't I? I kind of like that. It kind of brings that colour in. It's got the light blue. It's very grey. I feel like 4 is not enough though. If the family all wanted to come down, I mean, they've got enough space that they can make other things work, but it's just a part of me wondering whether I try and finish this off so they've got the full 5. No. Oh, you know what we do need to put in though somewhere, and I might put it over here and hope that we don't move the door, is pet stuff for Max. I want to say the dog's name is Max, but I could be wrong. Pet stuff is not going to have a pink or an orange that pulls in that colour. It might have a light blue, because I like the idea of playing this off now, but I don't think we're going to manage it with a food bowl. I might be being a little ambitious. It also really irrationally annoys me that there's a food bowl and not a water bowl. So I always put 2. Oh, I quite like the orange. Oh, my computer has decided to judder. Okay, I'm hoping everything's fine because it just had a very long pause. I'm gonna put this down here, and that wasn't a pun for the dog stuff. I'm just gonna save that. I'm also apparently slightly windowed. There we go. I do need to get out of the windowed habit and put it in full screen, but I had a problem months ago now. Some kind of glitch that was fixed by putting it as a window, and I've never put it back properly. I could put the food bowls in there, but that feels a little strange. There's a particular rug you can do to put under food bowls, can't you? These are the ones. I'm just going with a quite garish colour over here, considering the rest of the house is actually extremely neutral. And then there's just this very bright kitchen, which actually is not probably the worst way to do it if you're going to have, like, if you don't want to be too garish, but you want a kind of standout piece in the house. That would do it. Extractor fan. I know I forgot something. I was just staring at this a little while ago going, what have I missed? I usually use this one, but it's not the nicest looking. It does fit with this, but it isn't necessarily the best looking extractor fan. I could have it go through the thing. The other one I use is this one, because I can kind of make it go into the... I know that isn't what you'd normally want it to do, but I can have it go so it disappears a little bit sometimes. It's silly. I mean, it does feel a bit silly to have the extractor fan, because it's the hob you need to extract, isn't it? Oh, but then it would just go up into the ceiling from over here. Maybe I do put that on here. And maybe we do put the sink... Yeah, I'm doing that. Apparently I've decided. Now I do feel like we need something over here, but I have not a clue in my mind of what I could do. We are going to need some kind of coffee machine. And we do actually have the space for once to do the proper coffee machine set. I feel like that kind of would help with like vlog montages of doing like these elaborate coffees or something. And then we'll also have a tea brewer over there as well. We could do that right on the edge here as like as you come into the kitchen kind of job. I quite like that. I'm probably going to have to add more to it. I'm trying to work out whether we need to cover the windows at all or whether we just get away with... If you come down the kitchen, you know that this whole floor is just covered in big windows. I think we could probably get away with it. I'm finally put the door in now because we know that nothing's going to be on that part of the house. Oh, it would help. Oh, because of the platform. I'm going to have to make a step out here. The platform idea was grand until it wasn't. I mean, it isn't the end of the world. I am exaggerating slightly. Oh, it's kept the brick one, which I quite like. Oh no, why is it being so weird? It was that one I went for, wasn't it? Actually, out here, do you have it darker? But it still has the white top to it. That's kind of annoying. That is kind of irritating. I could go for that one, but that's huge. There's very little in between going on here, isn't there? There's like a tiny, tiny slither of grey every time. Or it's fucking huge. Oh, we could just do that. Actually, is that better out here too? Or do I kind of like the detail? I kind of like the detail out here. I think we're going to go over here and we're going to attempt to do Freddie's little annexy space now. I haven't actually given a huge amount of space for what I was thinking of doing because I want to do an ensuite with a proper bath in it, like a bath shower combo, and maybe even like kind of living space, like a place where he can have like a nice sofa. So I'm thinking that for the bathroom. Problem is, if I put the bed straight here or the bed over here, I'm just going to pause for a moment and have a thunk because it's going to bother me. I think I've got an idea. So I'm going to keep the bathroom there. I'm going to do the bedroom, put the bed over here out of the way, and then this whole space becomes like livable space, and we could put like a divider of some kind. Let's do it. So we're going to need lighting because once again it is dark as anything in here. Don't break, game. Oh, come on. It suddenly got really slow today. I want to give him something interesting, but not garish. And there really isn't many options for that, I'm not going to lie. What about these ones? They're a bit colourful. They're not quite... Oh, I can get a white one. Yes. Put that over there. Probably don't need it quite so bright, but that's where we are. I like the idea that he's completely put his personality into this. I'm just not entirely sure what his personality is. From what I remember when I was setting them up, he's just come out of a divorce with his partner and he's moving in with his daughter to help look after the kids. To be able to live in this space comfortably, he doesn't have a huge amount of stuff, so he could be quite minimal. Because I had the idea that Cade, one of the twins, is also possibly a little bit minimal, so I'm wondering if there's like a pattern that he's pulling off from that. So we don't want mounds of bookshelves. We could almost go for like a little minimal industrial feel. Is there a style of industrial? Yes, but is that purely going to be just my industrial kit pack? No, there's a few other bits and pieces. Ooh, really into grey flooring at the moment. What does count as industrial? Fake brick could be kind of interesting. Like a fake brick wall. Because this outside bit, I mean the outside bit could be that brick. That doesn't hurt the aesthetic all that much. I really want to change that roof. That looks strange. That looks really strange. But I don't think it's going to not look strange against this house. What do I do? Does that look less strange? Technically, I don't think I should change this. Because the whole point of the shell is that I can't affect it. Usually in a shell build, you wouldn't have the roofing there. I can't remember if I set myself the rule that I couldn't change the roof. Let me go double check. I can add porches or roofs or platforms. I have given myself absolutely no leeway or lack of leeway about changing the roof. I am going to say I can re-roof things because I kind of want to see, it's probably not the best of ideas for this, but what happens if I did more of a flat roof? Yes, game. That's what I meant. And then, because I've got a room inside there now. That feels more like what you would do if you were adding an annex to an already existing house that you'd redid. Or I think I was saying they built this and then towards the end of the building they found out that Freddie was going to live with them, and so they built this like little extra bit to his style, and I quite like that. Now if I take that industrial rooftop, that feels like it makes more sense now. And then I kind of also want to roof trim it, which is not usual for me. If I do roof trim, I tend to go mad with it, like the big bulky ones. I quite like the cartoony look of them, but it doesn't quite work when it's going into the other house. I might try just this little nice basic one. Yeah, that's better. I've created myself a new rule. We've got the brick on the outside. He's kind of kept the inside brick, and then I feel like the rest of it then should be... I feel like it should be quite plain now, but I don't know if it should be plain, a bit like in a dark grey fashion, or plain in like a white. How many tones do I introduce before it's weird? I think I quite like that, though. To have the edges kind of slightly darker. Yeah. Let's put... Can I put the wood flooring on there? See, it's just so thick that if you've got one step down, it just looks odd to have those ones in there. It doesn't feel very industrial to have it like a rock theme. I'm just literally clicking on all of them now for the hopes of one of them to not look too odd. Ooh, that looks fine. That looks more like what I want. I'm not convinced on the flooring, if I'm honest now. I'm doing a lot of back and forth today. That is more what I would expect to see. Actually, I prefer that, I think, than the kind of unfinished wood. Let's get a bed in here. And I want to use the big industrial one. Oh, yes. I like that. And let's do the same thing, but for the dark bedside tables and get that a little closer. I mean, I'm going to save because it's popped up. I do not trust my game today. Now, the door for bathroom could go there, and then we could put a dresser here. But he's going to need some space. I'm just not convinced he needs lots. No. it's going to have to be this. There's like a whole matching set thing going that I just can't break out of now. This is quite nice. So you come down here, we're going to have to put like the living space here, aren't we? I think there was a sofa that came with this kit pack as well. Actually, if I'm honest, I don't have many of the kit packs. I might try and pick up a few other ones, but the industrial one is the one I've used by far the most. Like, I don't actually use the country kitchen one anymore, which I was very surprised about. The industrial one is just quite nice, that it just all matches beautifully. But there's like this split level coffee thing. Have I got the right colour? No. Look at that. I feel like we put that under where the TV will go. Wall mounted. And then we could get him a gaming set. I know it's not the most minimal of thing, but I like the idea of like him and Cade, or just them sort of coming in here as like a escape from the rest of the house and just getting cosy in Granddad's little space and doing some gaming. I don't know why I wiggled like that. There was an industrial rug that came with this as well, wasn't there? Okay, that just looks like the floor is kind of going a bit gross. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I click on a swatch and it does not register for some reason. I understand that not everyone wants their whole house to match like this, but this works perfectly for what I'm trying to do here with like his little annex area where he can just do whatever he wants. I know I said, I was going to make him minimal. He doesn't need 2 side tables. Have I picked the wrong colour again? Maybe my problem is that I can't see which colour is the correct colour. There we go. I really like the kind of grey throw on there as well. I don't see him as much of a plant lover, but I do wonder if he'd have maybe like 1 or 2 nice pieces of artwork, or like a nice mirror. What have we got? 'Cause we've still got plenty of money. I seem to have set them a budget. I can't remember doing that, but it looks like I did. What ones do they have of these? Is it all wine? Yeah. I don't think he's an eggs and bacon kind of. Oh, maybe bacon and pancakes. Oh, I like that. That kind of fits the pattern. Are the other ones just a frame change? Oh, it would be really nice if there was another picture inside one of those and I could have them side by side. That's a little disappointing. I don't really want to do movie posters. It doesn't feel quite what I'm aiming for here. Ooh, that might look good in here. And I remember that I've given absolutely no wall to be able to put anything up. I mean, that could go in the dining room to kind of bring that colour through. We could move the mirrors over slightly. Or it could go over here in that kind of darker space. Then I might have to put some lights in. I'm getting distracted, but it looks odd. I need like some, what are they called? The things that go on the walls. Sconces. Am I sure I should be here today? This feels like a day where I shouldn't be recording because I don't know what I'm saying. The temptation to put those on there is very high, but seems a little silly. These would be quite nice. Cottage living comes in to the rescue, as always. Does it seem a bit weird to have them right next to the painting? There we go. I like that this is quite a contrast to the rest of the house now as well. So let's do that more in the middle. And then let's get him a mirror over here, and then we will do his bathroom, and we will start thinking about stopping because I feel like I've been recording forever. Go on, let's put industrial on, but I don't think we're going to have much. Yeah, that is the kind of most industrial looking. What is the little bit down the bottom for? What are you looking at down there? No, I quite like that. Cool, and let's do him a little bathroom. So we're going to take the saucer lights because I just don't like doing bathrooms with anything else now. I don't know why. Let's change the flooring. Go on. I'm going to regret clicking this for everything, but what have we got for industrial flooring that would work for a bathroom? You know, I'm not actually against that. I thought I would be, but I'm not. And then that feels like a weird cubicle situation going on. So let's take the industrial off and just go for a nice kind of plain wall. Stops fitting the aesthetic very quickly though, doesn't it, in here? Whereas the standing shower would fit the aesthetic. I understand that he has his own bathroom and this might seem a bit weird, but it could always be a situation where if he really, really wanted a bath, then there's going to be multiple other bathrooms in this house. I'm sure they'd let him have a bath somewhere else. Let him. That sounds a bit much. I quite like the sort of more modern looking toilet in here. And then bathrooms are always just weird to do now. Especially when I'm going for a more minimal look for everything, as it just kind of always ends up either really spacious or the same design that I do every single time. No, that's way too traditional looking. That's quite nice. I haven't used that in a hot minute. Let's give him some toilet paper because I'm feeling generous. And we'll give you a little bucket of cleaning supplies because I always put these in bathrooms now. For terms of clutter, there should be like a little toilet brush or something, would be quite cool. And then there isn't really a medicine cabinet that doesn't look really old-fashioned, is there? Because that doesn't quite fit the vibe. And I don't think this one does either. Not really. Let's just give him a mirror in here then instead. That's a bit much. I do want to give this somewhere. I might put that in one of the kids' bathrooms if they have their own bathrooms. I'm not sure yet what I want to do about that. Because in a house this big, you could afford for your kids to have their own bathroom, but I'm just not sure. A little bit higher. There we go. Kind of does what it needs to do. Let's put a towel in. I'm almost tempted to just copy this colour in actually and make it a little bit more sort of matches. I like that. I would probably live in that, if I'm honest. Oh, we could just do one more bit of artwork. Maybe have sculpture-wise that would fit on the wall. Again, I'm going to probably regret this, but what counts as industrial in here? A grate. No, thank you. They were doing pieces of wall art more and more often. Oh, you know what would be kind of fun? We're going to make him a little bit of a nerd, and we're going to have a little Baby Yoda statue in the corner. Because I can't sneak maybe I'll try and sneak a Baby Yoda into every house that I build for this challenge. I will forget that immediately. I just don't see him as a plant person. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. That's the wall art. No wonder I'm not getting anywhere. Well, I did find the Baby Yoda though, so I cannot be too upset. He could be a bowling guy. Ooh, I know it has a little plant on it, but that's kind of nice. That could be like his shampoos and stuff. Yeah, I think so, like this, because this feels a little industrial. No, I quite like this. Can I size this up without it looking too weird? Oh no, that's huge now. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I'd live in that. So we've done a mint green kitchen today and a quite dark aesthetic industrial annex. That's where I will leave the Bradford house for today in Cypress Terrace. It's up there. It's up there, Nikki. It is literally right in front of your face. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Nikki Starr and I will see you in the next one.